Guys, it's only May and we already have a strong contender for phone of the year. I'm talking, of course, about the SONY XPERIA XZ Premium. And over here I have the SONY XPERIA Z5 Premium, so we'll be comparing that later in the video. Now guys, to say I'm excited about this phone would be a huge understatement, so let's waste no more time, let's get right to it. And you see beautiful logo right here. Changes depending on the lighting. So yeah, let's take a quick look at the box first. XPERIA XZ Premium. So this is a very typical Sony box, but minimal, nice design, and some specs at the bottom, so we'll be covering these in video. Alright guys, let's get right to it. Let's go ahead and open it up. And there it is, right on top, the chrome version. You can also get it in black, and they're coming out for red version and pink version as well. Alright guys, so we're going to take a look at this later in the video. Whew, I can already tell it's beautiful looking. Let's see, we got the instruction manuals right here. So yeah, it looks like just your typical instructions, startup guide, and let's see what else we got. I think this is USB Type-C cable. Yep, USB Type-C. So that's one advantage it has over the Z5 Premium. And you got your wall adapter and some headphones. Let's take a closer look at the headphones. I'm going to take them out real quick. Alright, so typical Sony headphones. And looks like that's all we got in the box. Alright guys, so let's take a quick look at the phone. Now, believe it or not, this is only the second phone in the world with a 4K screen. And the first one was released 1.5 years ago, that was the Z5 Premium. Alright, so let's go ahead and take this plastic off. Whew, man, that is really beautiful looking. Yeah, I definitely like the chrome look of this. And let's go ahead and see on the back. Alright, so I'm just going to take it off right here. Whew, man, I really like the look of this. Now let's do a quick comparison versus Z5 Premium. So yeah, I do like the design a bit more on the XZ Premium, but of course very similar. XZ Premium, I can already tell, is definitely more comfortable. The edges are a bit more rounded. Alright, so guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to power this on. I'm going to put in my information and I'll be back in a second. Alright guys, I'm just going to cut right to the point. This phone is incredible. This has been using it for around 20 minutes so far. And let me just give you guys a brief rundown of specs. So this is the world's first phone with a 4K HDR screen, and only the second phone with a 4K screen in general, of course the first being the Z5 Premium. And I can really tell this definitely has a lot of improvements. Looks to get a lot brighter, more vibrant colors, things like that. Now on the front you have a 13 megapixel front facing camera, and on the back 19 megapixels. With this you can record in super slow motion, 960 frames per second. Now both cameras are very similar to the ones on the XCS. So I've been using that phone for around a month and a half, and both those cameras are excellent, so I don't think you'll be let down by this phone. Now in terms of internal storage, 64 gigabytes, and you do have micro SD card support. Battery size is 3230, which is actually a little bit less than on the Z5 Premium, but we'll discuss that in a second. You do have the latest Snapdragon 835, so this is the world's second phone with the Snapdragon 835. First was the Galaxy S8 series. 4 gigabytes of RAM. The phone is waterproof. You have a fingerprint scanner here on the side, which I already tell is definitely an improvement. So lightning quick right here. And you do have USB Type-C at the bottom. And just a quick look at the interface, guys. So very typical for Sony phones. In my opinion, Sony interface is one of the best, pretty minimal, and extremely fast. And some of the pre-installed apps. So yeah, not much bolt wear on this at all. And let's take a quick look at the camera. Actually, first time booting that up. And video. Alright guys, so we'll be doing a more in-depth video of this later. Alright guys, so I'm going to be doing a full in-depth review comparison of the Sony Xperia Z5 Premium versus XE Premium. But for now, let's take a quick look at the phones. So in terms of size, I think both look pretty similar. But as I mentioned, the XE Premium definitely more comfortable, much more rounded edges. And you are upgrading here from micro USB on the Z5 Premium to USB Type-C on the XE Premium. And both phones' fingerprint scanners are on the sides. Headphone jacks at the top. So yeah guys, I think in terms of design, both are pretty similar. Although, as I said, just more comfortable on the XE Premium. And rear-facing cameras are on the back. So much improved on the XE Premium. Better stabilization, much better slow motion. The Z5 Premium is only capable of 120 frames per second, whereas on the XE Premium you have 960. Alright guys, so what exactly has improved? Pretty much everything. So you're upgrading from a 5 megapixel camera to a 13 on the front. Rear facing camera. Now in terms of megapixels, it's actually less on the XE Premium, but it definitely is better. So 23 on the Z5 Premium, 19 on the XE Premium. Improving in terms of internal storage, so going from 32 to 64 gigabytes, both with micro SD card support. Now the battery, as I mentioned, a little bit lower on the XE Premium. So you're going from 3430 capacity to 3230 capacity, so 200 mAh less. But guys, I will say that on this phone, the battery life over time is supposed to be much improved. So for example, after a year of use, the battery is supposed to hold up a lot better, have less drainage. But obviously you have to actually use the phone to see if that's true. You are improving a lot in the processor, so going from Snapdragon 810 to Snapdragon 835. Both phones are waterproof. You're going from 3 gigabytes of RAM to 4 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, so micro USB, USB Type-C, both fingerprint scanners, and mostly covers it. So yeah guys, you are improving quite a bit with the XE Premium. Again, I will have a full in-depth review comparison of the two, and I'm probably going to be posting that later today, so be sure to check that out. Also, we'll have a lot more comparisons versus all the major phones, including the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus, iPhone 7 Plus, and a whole bunch more. Alright guys, overall first impressions, very impressed with the phone, but of course do have a lot more comparisons and testing to do. Now guys, I just want to mention that I am recording this on the Sony Xperia XES, which again has the same cameras on the XE Premium, so let me know in the comments what you think of the quality. Now guys, the channel was originally called Xperia Fan, so we have a huge emphasis on Xperia products. Now, if you don't want to miss anything, you subscribe in the top left corner. As mentioned, you have a lot more videos planned. Probably around 50 videos for the XE Premium over the next few years. Or if you want, you can watch another video right now in the bottom right. Alright everyone, thanks for watching.